Or from colonial games and tea-dyeing handkerchiefs to throwing tea off a British ship, one upcoming event will have you partying like it's 1773. The 250th anniversary of the Boston and Charleston Tea Parties is coming up, and the Daughters of the American Revolution are inviting you to come celebrate with them. Joining me now to tell us more about that is Nikki Campbell from the Susannah Smith Elliott chapter. Thank you so much for being with us today.
Hey, thanks for having me. I appreciate it.
Glad that you are here. So let's talk about this. So not aware that Charleston actually had its own tea party. So fill us in on that history.
Believe it or not, a lot of people are not aware that Charleston had the very first tea party before Boston, and that took place on December 1st, 1773. A British ship called the London sailed into the Charleston harbor, and the colonists were not feeling it pretty much. They were upset that with all this taxation going on, everything was just coming to a head, and in order to protest the taxation, one of the ways they would do that was do something like this, have a tea party. And so what they did when that ship came into the Charleston harbor on December 1st, they had a meeting, the colonists had a meeting to discuss what they were going to do with the tea. And rather than do like Boston, instead of dumping it over the first time, what they did is they ultimately decided to seize the tea and store the tea into the Exchange building in downtown Charleston. 13 days later, on December 16th, is when the Boston Tea Party had their party. Of course, that was a lot more dramatic, and that the colonists actually went onto the ship and got the tea, and it was over 300 cases and dumped over 300 cases into the harbor there. So I will say this is the one that we're celebrating or recognizing and commemorating is not the first one. Charleston actually went on to have two more tea parties.
Okay.
Another one in 1774. It got a little more intense when another ship had the audacity to bring more tea into Charleston. The colonists were a bit in disbelief, like, did you not learn the first time? And so in that case, they were livid. A mob formed. The captain of that ship got aware of that, what was going on. He abandoned ship as well as the tea on board that ship, and the colonists seized that tea as well and stored it inside the Exchange building once again. Now the final time, which was in November 1774, this time they not only seized the tea, but they dumped it overboard in protest. And believe it or not, there were other tea parties around the country as well, not just Boston, not just Charleston.
Okay, so that brings us to our present day. So tell us about the event that you have coming up and who's expected to attend.
So this particular event that will be taking place on December 1st from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. at Ashley River Park in Somerville, that's 200 Rincon Road, is designed to commemorate or mark the 250th anniversary of our nation's founding. And our chapter, the Susannah Smith Elliott chapter, is hosting several events throughout the year to just let people know about our early founding, how we came to be as a country. And what we'll be doing is we'll have various activities out there. We'll have crafts, we'll have colonial games, we'll have food trucks, we'll have people dressed up in colonial attire, we'll have story time. So it's just going to be a lot of opportunity for people to learn about history, learn how the Low Country, the South Carolina, played a role in the Revolutionary War history, and you know, just learn about history in your own backyard.
Yes. So do you have a fee for the event?
We are not charging a fee, but to get into the park, it's $2, and you know, you can come in. The first 300 people, 300 children will get a commemorative spoon, and so it's just one of the ways we're encouraging people. It's going to be a lot of fun, and we really hope to see a big turnout. We're actually expecting anywhere from 300 to 400 people. The park in Dorchester County, they put up a registration. It's not required to you're not required to register by chance, by the way, but you can if you want to. And we already had, just within 2 days after announcing it, we had 200 people sign up. So we're expecting a big turnout, and we're looking forward to being able to share in just Low Country history.
Okay, very good. And for those of you who might be looking at Nikki saying there's something familiar about her, she at one point did used to work here with us at Live 5 News, because when she walked in, I was like, Nikki!
Yeah, it's so good. It's like
so
Buckingham
good to
Memory
see
Lane.
you. Exactly.
Yeah.
Okay, so thank you so much for your time. If you want to go out to the tea party, here's the information you need. 250th anniversary of the Boston and Charleston Tea Parties. It's going to be on Friday, December 1st from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. Ashley River Park. It's $2 to get into the park. And if you're looking for more information, you'll find that link under the big red box. All right, we will be right back.